Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little shaker ornament. Would look so cute hanging off of packages or gift bags. I seen the video online, I think it was on YouTube, somebody made it and she went into way more detail than I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to tell you this was a pain. I'm never making these again, but I thought I'd show you guys how to do it, so in case you guys wanted to make one. They're really cute and they look great. But again, they were just challenging to make. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some circles or squares, any kind of shape you want. I chose circles. This is cut from my Cricut machine. You can cut these from any die cutting machine. You can use the Stampin Up has thinlits that you can use, ovals, squares, circles. You can use your Cuttlebug or your Big Shot to cut those out. Again, I used my Cricut machine. These are 3.5 inch circles, and the inside circle was a 2.5 inch that I just sliced. So I cut 14 of these out. So you're gonna need to glue together 5 circles here and then another group of 5 circles here. And I used this adhesive right here. This was by far the best adhesive that I came across when making the shaker ornament. I've been working on these shaker ornaments for probably the last week and a half now, trying to come up with a video and trying to get the products right. But this glue here was the best. It's got the small tip here and it's got a bigger tip. And when you cover this up with your glue, you want to cover the whole complete circle up when you're layering the circles. Because if there's any little dent in there, any little opening, the sequins or whatever you use are going to get stuck in there and the shaker card's not going to shake properly. So we've got these 2 groups of 5. So we're going to set those aside. And I pre-assembled most everything to save time. I recommend pre-assembling and letting everything dry completely before you put the shaker ornament together. There's 2 circles here, and in between the circle is some acetone paper. You can use any kind of paper you want. You could save the paper off of like a pasta box or a cereal box. And I just cut those out. The acetone paper is cut at 3.5, and I have 2 of those. So there's 2 circles, one on the bottom, one on the top. And again, I used this glue. I tried all kinds of different adhesive, and again, this one seems to be the best one. You're also going to need, for the back of your ornament, you're going to need just a 3.5 inch circle cut out. And then one of the center of the circles you're going to need. And we'll put that aside for later. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your backing, and you're going to want to decorate it somehow. The first one I did snowflakes, and I embossed them, and I colored the background with some different blue chalks. This one here, I'm just going to take a stamp set from Greetings from Santa through Stampin' Up. The little snowflakes up there, I'm just going to use those, and I'm going to use the color Bermuda Bay, and I'm just going to stamp a bunch of those on the ornament base. And no particular order, I'm just going to stamp them anywhere. And you don't have to do the whole thing. You can do like half of it, because the bottom half is going to be covered up. So it depends on you how far you want to go with it. You don't have to do a double shaker. You could just do this ornament and just do 1 shaker insert. I'm just going to cover up the whole thing. So once you get that all inked up, we're going to go ahead and put that on your circles, one of the groups of circles. So we're just going to take, this does not have the acetate in it. We're going to just take your circles, use your glue, and just, like I said, I like the wide tip better. And this, make sure you get all of it covered. And again, I'm just going to show you, I'm going to assemble this here, but I would recommend before you put in any of your shaker bits to just make sure everything is completely dry. So once you have that completely glued up, you're just going to apply it here to your snowflakes. And that's going to be the back of your ornament, and that's going to be what you're going to see on the inside. So then what you're going to want to do is, I'm going to put a couple of the pearl dots on here, and I'm just going to place them randomly. These came from Stampin' Up. You can get those right off of your website. I'm just going to take my little tweezers, and I'm just going to put them in there to kind of give it a little bit of raised effect in there. So I just put some little pearl drops on there just randomly. So you can decorate it with whatever you want. You don't even have to put those on there. So then I'm going to take, and I have this crystal snow. I don't even know where I purchased this from. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of the crystal snow. Actually, I'm going to wait to pour the crystal snow on. I forgot the mountains. So the center circle here, I went ahead and I've put a bunch of adhesive on it. I just used my snail adhesive through Stampin' Up. And I got a piece of scrap craft foam. Just going to put the craft foam on here. And I'm going to make sure that it covers. It can be messy like that. It overlaps. Just like that. So you've got your circle on here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna kind of cut out like a mountain effect with it. So just kind of however you want to make your mountain shapes. And then you're just gonna trim the rest of this red foam off of here. And the reason for the foam is to prevent any of the stickies, your snow, to go back there. So I've gone ahead and I've put too many of these pearl dots on here. So we're just going to take a few of these off. So once you figure out where you want to put this, again, too many pearl beads. I guess you don't need that many. Put this one up there. So you're just going to take your adhesive and just make sure you get it right on your foam. And then once you get the adhesive on there, make sure you get it up by the mountain tops there. You just want to apply it to your card base. And then it'll create a little raised effect there. And then what you're gonna want to put your crystal snow in there. So we're just gonna take our crystal snow, and you don't need a lot, just put a little bit in. So it looks like it's snow in the background. Then you're gonna take one of your pieces of the acetate, and we're just going to make sure we get this nice and glued, lots of glue on there. And you can decorate these any way you want. You can do stamping, you can cut out from your Cricut machine if you have one. The thing with these are, you just have to be careful where the glue is. Now I have glue on the outside of this, so we're going to put this right down, just like so. And this is going to form your first shaker layer. And I'm just going to wipe this glue off. Now I don't know if you're an avid crafter or not, but most craft people that I know have baby wipes in their craft room. I use my baby wipes every day, and I use a lot of them. So that's going to be your first layer of your shaker. You've got kind of like a snow effect in there. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take your next layer here, and we're going to take the reindeer that we cut out. The reindeer here, we're just going to apply in the background. We're going to apply it right to the front. Now I cut this out of my Cricut machine using vinyl. So I'm just going to put this little guy on here so it looks like Santa's coming over the mountains. And there's your little reindeer going up over the mountains. Then you're going to take your next set of circles and we're going to use the glue and we're going to glue these down. Make sure you get enough glue on there to and you don't really have to worry about the outside of the circles if they're messy because they're all getting covered up. So now you've got your next layer to form for your shaker. So in here I'm going to use some, I've got these, I don't know, they're micro beads and they're white. So I'm just going to dump a bunch of these in here. And then I also have some of these sequins. These I just had laying around. They're gold and white, and I'm just going to put those in there. So then you're just going to want to get some glue around the outer edge of that circle, and we're going to glue it right on top. Just make sure you glue it so it's nice and tight. Just squeeze it in there. And then you're going to take your little trees. I cut these out of my Cricut machine. You can stamp them and hand cut them, whatever you want to do. And we're just going to glue the trees. I'm going to use my pen, my Zig pen. I like using this on the little things. It really works well. So we're just going to take your tree, get it all, put all glue on it. And then you're just going to find a spot and just I kind of just layered them on top of the and then you're going to finish it off. I cut out this gold circle and I'm just going to put that on the top. I'll just use my pen. Gives it that nice finished look. And they're super cute, but they really are a pain to make. But they're really cute, and this one isn't even working properly. So there we go. So that's how you make the shaker ornament. And again, like I said, they're really cute. They're just really a pain to make. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you guys have any tricks to making these, I would love for you to share them. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to make any more of these. They just are very time consuming, and I love crafting, but I don't have a lot of time sometimes to craft, so I want something that's quick. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to leave all the information in the video description, and I'll leave the link to my Stampin' Up store. Thanks so much.